All right. Hello, health heads. Welcome and thank you for checking in to this dose of the Healthcare Uprising. I'm your producer in the back, Jeremy Carr, here with your host in the front row, Heather Pierce. So, what's on our bonus episode agenda today, Heather?
We're bringing back the Menopause Roundtable. This is my background cheering. Yes, we are screaming it from the mountaintops.
Sometimes literally around here because this is Flagstaff.
Yeah, we are on a mountaintop.
Yeah.
And I am in menopause, so perimenopause. So brought a couple of my lady pals on the show again for another roundtable sesh with some average women. Jannie and Carrie. Jannie's a high school friend of mine, and her wife Carrie. So different bit of a dynamic for this conversation.
It does have a little extra to it. It's a little different from the last one because it is a lesbian couple, both
going through it together.
The menopausal thing together.
It definitely changes the game.
We haven't seen that angle before. So, yeah.
But yeah, so we're back at it. So
all right,
buckle up.
There you go. Without further ado, here we go again. Menopause Roundtable 2 with Jannie and Carrie.
Hi, and welcome to Healthcare Uprising podcast. Today we have Jannie and Carrie with us for our second Menopause Roundtable. Welcome to the show. We're so excited to have you here today.
Thanks for having us.
Okay, so little context. So Jannie and I went to high school together in New Jersey. And so we go way back. All right. That's why we're talking about menopause.
That's where we're at now.
Yes, we're old. Do you know this is our 30th? It would be our 30th high school reunion this year.
Oh God, is it seriously? Is there a party? I don't even know.
No.
Oh, good,
no.
And you're not there, so there isn't a party.
Yeah. No, this is the party.
This is
obviously.
So Jannie and Carrie have their own little podcast. We're marketing peeps, so you can plug that too. And I'll just give you guys a chance, just kind of quick intro, tell us who you are real quick. And then we'll dive into all of the madness that is menopause.
Jannie, you want to go first?
Sure. Thanks, honey.
You're welcome.
We're
also married. Can you tell?
Yes, they're married. Yep. We got a couple, two of you going through it together. Oh my God, you guys, this is going to be fun.
Get ready.
Super.
I am 40. I'm turning 48. Let's see. I guess that probably matters. I am an adjunct professor at SU, and I am also a freelance web designer and been working with Carrie since we met, basically.
Yeah, I want to say 2005.
Oh, wow.
I know.
Okay. I didn't
It's
realize
a
you
wonder
guys
we
been
haven't
together
killed
that
each
long.
other yet. I mean, really.
It's weird. We're both Scorpios too. It's weird.
Oh,
yeah.
Wow.
We're just those lesbians that like being around each other like 24/7. So
I love it. That's awesome.
That's my intro. I'll let Carrie tell you. Yeah, because Carrie, you're better at telling the story. You're PR. I'm design.
That's right. Yeah, Carrie,
You're the
you're
best.
all about the words.
If you need to know how to use like Figma and these applications, Jannie's got your back. She knows how
Cool.
to do all the art stuff. So yeah, we met. I'm originally from Connecticut. Jannie's originally from New Jersey. We met at the Food Network in New York City, which is a really weird place to meet your wife and future business partner, but that's what happened to us.
It happened.
We were in the middle
What
of
show
like
was it on?
It was all the shows. It was the network, right?
Just the actual network.
The whole
And
network.
so we were, like in the office part for the most part, and it's like, Bobby Flay and Rachel Ray and Guy Fieri are all like walking by, and we're like, maybe,
That's so cool.
We moved. We were there I was at Food Network for 10 years. Jannie was there for 5. And then we moved to Portland, Oregon, because we were kind of following the food. We were just big food people. We still are. And Portland was like the total promised land for food at that time. And so we moved there, and we were going to open a restaurant, but one of us is not as good as at that industry as the other. Jannie's a very talented cook. I failed at serving. So I said, why don't we do a PR firm, like a digital and PR firm about food, about restaurants instead? And she said, great. So then we had 2 successful businesses out there in Portland. And we moved back after 11 years on the West Coast. We moved back east right after the pandemic to be closer to family. And so I could go to Syracuse University at age 44
Because
be
why
with
not?
yeah, just be with the 26-year-olds and get your graduate degree.
Oh, I have
And
so many
yeah.
questions about this.
yeah, it was eye-opening on many levels, but super fun. And then we are now both adjunct professors there at Syracuse University. So I
You
sucked
are
Jannie into
too.
that.
Nice.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Because we're
Yes. And then
lesbians. So
we yeah, I
'Cause
mean, we have
that's
to
what
make
we
the
do.
commute work, you know?
I just want to say that Yelp said that Tucson, Arizona is number 3 in the country for restaurants. For
Really?
all the cities in the country, Tucson, Arizona just got ranked number 3.
That I'm gonna have to look that up. That's
The food
exciting.
scene in Tucson is amazing
but,
right
like,
now.
are the
It's
farms
amazing.
really like, isn't it so hot? Like, how
Yeah,
do
where
they
do they
grow
get it
anything?
from?
Does it
Only in
take
the
a
summer.
lot of water in the
Yeah.
summer?
No, they down in Wilcox actually is where they grow the world's best wine grapes right
Yes,
now.
it is. There's lots of wineries down there now.
Yeah,
Go
like
look that up.
they got the farms down there, no doubt. But the
Maybe that's
Mexican food, the best Mexican food you're gonna
Yes.
get outside of Mexico is in Tucson.
This is true.
Like period, anywhere.
Yeah.
maybe
And
that's why
and
we'll
they
retire.
and they have like this
I
renaissance
know.
going on with all these other styles of food and stuff there too. It's really cool.
But now you know, foodies.
Yep, thank
That's why I
you. Thanks for
spend
the
a month
thanks
of the
for the
winter
heads
there.
up.
Yeah.
It's a good place
That
to
was the
retire,
biggest tangent
right?
ever.
Yeah.
I
Jeremy
love a
likes
good
to do
tangent.
that. Okay. So we have you here. This is amazing. So we're a bunch of midlife, mid-age women going through the pause. I like to say, we're in a new season of our lives.
Yes.
And seasons require certain sorts of support. And I know you guys are my patch besties. So Jeremy's like, what? Patch besties. I was putting on my hormone replacement therapy, my HRT patch this morning, and I thought of you both.
I mean, I love my patch. Like, the patch changes. Although, just a heads up, honey, I think I might have to pause using it to figure out. I'm having chest pains,
Oh
not chest pains,
no.
Mm.
chest tightness. And so I actually went to the doctor this morning. So this is kind of funny because I've been thinking about this for days. I've had chest pains, like, not pains, but like chest tightness for like a month now, on and
Oh.
on. So I was just like, oh, it's probably time to go to the doctor, just see if my heart's okay. And my EKG came out normal, my blood pressure's normal. So now I'm like thinking the only like variable is the patch.
Hmm.
And so I don't know.
How
I
long have
have
you been
a
on
feeling.
it?
I've been on it. I don't know how long has it been, honey?
Almost
That
like
I
6 months, I would say.
6 months, right?
Yeah.
6? Okay.
Been a while.
I've been on it
I'm
for
like,
2 years now.
Have you have
So
No problem.
any chestness?
no, trust me, I'm
toughness.
going to tell you all about all of the weird ass symptoms that I have. Not my heart, fortunately, not my heart, but I think in the first round table too, I came up with the saying that hormones save lives, and we need to
Mhm.
make that into a t-shirt.
Yeah. They save like your stability in your marriage and your parenting,
Yes.
like patient level, I think too. It's just but Jannie, I would support you talking to the OBGYN before you take yourself off of estrogen. I'm like, boo to this. No, thank you. This hot off the press update. No, I'm like, you stay
Don't
on
do
that
it.
estrogen
This
until
is
someone
like
tells you to go off.
She's like, I am personally begging you, please don't.
Yeah, Lisa, I'm also like I'm a big proponent and I'm excited to tell you all about journeys of supplements and dieting, which Jannie,
Oh,
not like dieting like gross dieting, but like changing your diet
uh-huh.
to kind of like help with some of the symptoms. And Jannie is
Oh.
very resistant to all of those ideas.
I probably need some tips from you. I will say, and how long have you been on the hormones,
So
Carrie?
I'm also not on the patch anymore.
Oh,
So
you're
hot
not?
update over here is I'm on the oral estrogen now
Oh,
because I
okay.
broke out into massive hives for months on the patch. And
No.
at first
Okay.
it sort of just congregated down near where the patch goes, like I had it on, I tried it on my kind of like lower abdomen, my upper
Mhm.
butt, like nothing was really working. And then the hives just got worse and worse. And it was
Oh,
like just one of those women things where I was just like, oh, it'll be okay. It'll go away. And then finally,
sure.
like after a month or two, it started creeping up to my eyeballs. And I was like, oh
Oh,
my God, I have to stop. So
Thanks.
oh,
I
I'm
got my
so
doctor
sorry.
to no, it's okay. We changed the patch twice. It didn't work. And then I finally said, can I just try the oral and see if there's a difference? There's kind of not, but I also found this Allegra that is hives. Like it's a allergy medicine just for hives. So now my like horrible Band-Aid approach is I take the oral estrogen and the hives like Allegra every day.
Oh,
Because I
okay.
would rather deal with that than not have the estrogen.
Which you
Right.
had to talk to the doctor about.
I know, well,
Oh,
I can't. So also, my doctor doesn't have an appointment available till December.
Oh,
oh,
And
of
all
course.
this,
We talk about
I'm like,
access on this show quite a bit.
the telehealth, I'm just like, can I just jump on the phone with you? And even that is not available. So I'm just kind of like,
Ah,
whatever.
well,
I'm gonna work it out until then.
okay.
Yeah.
Oh man, the things that we put up with, right? And I think that's like kind of to the menopause is
you-
finally getting like a place in the world, but like we have tolerated and we continue to tolerate so much crap as women.
oh, that bit reminds me of one of our episodes. Was it Strawberry Health that does the baseline hormone testing when you're
Yeah,
younger and then saves the data for balancing your hormones later?
that's
Oh,
right.
that's smart.
Yeah, it's pretty
Yeah, that
cool.
was episode 2, I think. That was way back.
Way back. Yeah, we've been doing this a while. Yeah, we learn a lot about women's health on this podcast. Because that's where a lot of the innovation is happening. Yeah, it's really cool. So we talk about menopause a lot. Actually, Jeremy knows so much about menopause now. We've joked that he's going to be menopause man, like
Yes.
menopause man.
We need to
There
make
it
a
is.
Dun
t-shirt.
We
dun
need to
dun.
get like a pink cape.
Right? Like
Oh, pink cape. That's
he
perfect.
could be like an
Mhm.
animated like cartoon
I
character
need
called Menopause Man.
I need some pink spandex stat.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm also thinking a cape in the
With this
shape of a
beard, it's
vagina,
just
but
too
that
good.
might be aggressive.
Well, he could wear like it could be like how Superman has an S. It could
Yeah.
be a vagina
Yeah. Oh,
It'll be a
on
JoJo
its
I
shirt.
O'Keefe.
thought it was just going to be
JoJo
an
O'Keefe.
M.
It'll be fine. It'll be like
Or
an abstract for
yeah,
you.
like a
or a
JoJo cape.
uterus. It could be a
Just
uterus.
just just put a Georgia
Oh,
O'Keeffe
yeah.
on my chest.
A Georgia. Yeah, maybe yeah, that might be a little bit
Or
too
abstract.
much, but
Little put a little class on it, you know?
yeah, but you could do a you could totally do a uterus though. Like
Hmm.
Sure.
that's
That
very
that would be fitting actually.
very female.
It would be.
So
Um,
coming to a theater near you.
Heather, you said that you've been taking it for 2 years. What made you go on it? Did your doctor recommend
Mm.
it or did friends recommend it? Just curious. If you
Mm,
don't mind me asking.
I would say I was an early adopter amongst my friends. I was maybe one of the first of my maybe the first of my friends.
Wow.
Um, and I was like legit spiraling, right? Like I was not sleeping. I was having hot flashes from hell. I mean, it was awful. Like I would be like wanting to tear my clothes off in like the middle of like a video conference call at work. So I would like shut the camera off and like start stripping things off of me because it was awful. Or in like the middle of winter, which is cold here, I would be like in a tank top and shorts and I would go like step outside when it's like 20 degrees and I would stand on my back deck and you know that meme, the one, it's like the one with the steam coming off
Yeah.
of her head.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like that.
That's what I
Mhm.
felt like. You
Wow.
probably saw steam. It was just that was like the biggest thing for me, and I wasn't sleeping, of course, and then I had the brain fog because of all of it, and um, those were kind of like my main symptoms in the beginning. And so I actually went well, I mentioned it when I was getting like an annual exam, and it was a woman and she was just kind of like, oh, that sucks. And I was like, uh uh, okay, bye. So
Yeah.
I actually went to Facebook and I put a post up and was like, anyone going through this? And so somebody or a number of people had suggested a local functional medicine doctor here in Flagstaff. And so I made an appointment with her and she was great. She was like, "Oh, let's get you on all the things." But it felt very I don't know, like we didn't have a whole lot of conversation about it. It was kind of like, "Here's the prescriptions." And
Mm.
then I went back for a second visit and I hadn't filled the prescriptions. And I was paying cash out of pocket. It was like $125. And I'll never forget it. And I'm not going to say her name because I don't want to like badmouth her. But I remember at one point, and I'm doing a virtual call, and she's like, "How's your heart?"
Hmm.
And I'm like, I am not paying you $125 for this woo woo shit and I like woo woo. I do. I do
Me
weird,
too.
crazy woo woo. I hug trees and, primal, all that kind of stuff. Breath work. We do all the weird crap up here. But I was like, no, I'm like, I need clinical help. Like, not, I don't need a therapist. I mean, I probably need a therapist, but like,
Not for that though.
yeah. And so I never filled the prescriptions. And so then I went like 2 months and I was like, what do I do? Like, this doesn't feel right to me. And all of a sudden, I see a MIDI Health ad in my Facebook feed or Instagram, one of the two. Now it's everywhere, right? Like now I'm like in my echo chamber of like everyone's has menopause. I'm like, no, 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 just like me and all my friends, because that's what the algorithm feeds me. So I saw MIDI Health and they were pretty new at the time. And so I made an appointment and I finally was like the NP, it's all virtual. I don't know if you've used MIDI Health, but like I've gotten so many people to sign up on it now. But I remember it was August 2 years ago. So almost what, 25 months ago. Cause it's like,
We're counting.
it's like, yeah, who's counting, right? Um, I could almost go to the date. Seriously, like it was life changing. And they asked me, this woman, who I still see, she just asked me all of the right questions. It was a very clinical based. I mean, she asked me things I hadn't even thought of and put the prescriptions in, talked about all the things. Like we had a really great conversation. Um, and then I got on estrogen. I take progesterone, progesterone, right? The pill. And then I started on the patch, and that was good for me. And then I would have checkups like in the beginning, like every 6 weeks. Um, And then eventually it, kind of spread out. But it was MIDI Health that actually really changed things for me. And of course, I like just have screamed it from like the mountaintops to go to MIDI. And so I think I've gotten like 6 or 7 friends actually signed up with MIDI over the last year and a half.
I don't think we haven't even done an episode with them, have
I'm
we?
still trying to get them on MIDI Health if you're listening.
And she's still talking them up this much. That tells you something.
Right. It's like free. So yeah, so 2 years in, and I've had, other things that, have been tweaked a little bit. But those have been it was a game changer for me. And you know how it is, like you don't realize in what bad shape you're in until you actually feel good.
Yep.
Like,
So true.
It's
yeah.
like when I quit smoking cigarettes after 30 years.
Hmm.
And a few months later, I'm like, oh my God, I can breathe.
Yeah.
We
Like
actually
you,
we quit drinking 5 years ago. And I was
Oh,
oh,
like,
there you go.
oh no, this is so much better.
yeah.
So one thing, like we started a food and drink festival out in called Feast Portland. So we
Yeah. I
did a
remember that.
lot. We had a lot of fun. That we drank enough.
Hmm. You're like, we got it all in
For,
like a
for a
short period of
lifetime.
time.
We're good now. And it changed like because we were older and our bodies are tired and our kids were young and
Yeah.
we're exhausted. We just wanted to be awake for them.
Hmm.
And
Well,
so
And
and
it
not
was
tired.
2020.
Yeah, it was
Oh,
2020 during that time. So it's
oh,
definitely easier, right? You don't have as much peer pressure to go out because everyone's inside their house.
yeah. The COVID years.
The COVID years.
I
Yeah,
was
we did
definitely
like
drinking in 2020.
well, we did like one full year of
Yeah.
like
Oh, we
drinking, and
were.
then we were like, okay, no, no more. I
Yeah,
told
we're
Janny, I was
done.
like, I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna like try to see what I can do without it. And we
Hmm.
have both started using the Peloton, which is why it's like right behind Janny
Nice.
right now. It
And
was
this is
like
not a
getting in
Peloton
my
commercial.
It's
really
not
like
bad.
it's very subtle, but I was like getting in my way. Like I was getting like in better shape. And we had just had our daughter who I carried. And so I
Uh-huh.
was losing the baby weight and like all that kind of stuff. And I was just like, if I could just let go of this, like alcohol, then I can see myself being more healthy. So
Hmm.
like there was like a clear path forward to me. And that changed a lot of like how we felt about ourselves and like physical and mental health.
Hmm.
And then I really think, Janie, we probably wouldn't have made as many like life changes, like the whole like move back to the East Coast kind of thing, go back to grad school stuff. That wouldn't have happened if we didn't stop drinking. And then we also, I think, see our perimenopause symptoms really clearly because there's nothing to like obscure it.
That's a
Ah,
really good point. That's
I,
a
I don't
really
know.
good point.
So I didn't have like night sweats or anything. I just
oh, you
had
didn't.
intense anxiety.
Oh,
And our son is 11 now. So
11.
like he was 10 when we first started the patch and him going through puberty, the start of puberty and us
oh,
like
What a
I feel
combo.
you on this. I have a 11 and a 16-year-old.
You,
So
you guys have some full-on rage days in that house, I bet.
oh my
Oh
gosh.
yeah. And
We
so
did.
I was yelling a lot. And I was like, I don't yell. What's happening?
Oh
And our kids
man.
are not used to yelling because we're like lesbian moms who are like, let's talk about it. Like,
Let's talk
let's
about this.
get
Yeah.
all of feel your feelings, like, and then
Right.
they're just like, why is mama yelling so much? Like, I don't get
Uh,
it. So we
you
started to
know,
see, and also Jannie's not like an anxious person. Like, you know her for a long time. Like, she's
mhm.
pretty laid back. She's
Like
pretty fun.
you're
And all of a
chill.
sudden, it was like the sky was falling every day.
It's the
And I was like,
worst.
are you
Mm.
okay? Like, this is a real problem.
Yeah.
Like, you are not normally like this. And she was like, I don't know
Mm.
what's happening to me.
Wow. Everyone's
And
got different symptoms. Like I didn't have anxiety. Well, I don't know. I think I have high functioning anxiety. So like who knows? But isn't that
Yeah,
weird
I have
though? Like how
anxiety
we
all the
all,
time anyway. So
yeah.
I'm just sort of like,
did you go straight to the patch from that, or
Yeah,
did
well,
you?
yeah, I talked to my lady doctor finally, and luckily, because a year before I had my checkup, it was I think it was a nurse practitioner, and she
Mhm.
was just like, "Oh, you don't need that." I'm like, "Oh, okay." So
thanks.
then a year later,
You're
I
the
had
boss, right?
right? And then I had an actual doctor, and she was just like, "We can start you on HRTs." I'm like,
Like no
"Great."
questions asked. Was just like, yeah, this sounds like what you need.
I mean, she gave all the warning signs
Sure.
but she was definitely very open to it. I think we're really lucky because we have a lot of friends who are the same age
Hmm.
on the other side of the country, and they're like, "Oh, my doctor said to wait," but they're having symptoms, and I want to be like, "You have a bad doctor, go change your doctor."
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah. Find somebody.
there's a weird cutoff that we found with our friends in San Francisco this summer where they are 46, 47,
Hmm.
and their doctors, and they're also heterosexual women who don't want to have any more babies. So they're on birth control.
Hmm.
So their doctors told them to stay on birth control until they're 50, which basically means like you're not fertile anymore. And then
Hmm.
you'll go off birth control and then we'll ease you into the estrogen patch. And I was just like, that seems crazy, right? That you would keep someone on birth control almost like unnecessarily in a way,
Hmm.
but I guess if there's like, sort of like potential for a baby in the mix in your marriage and stuff like that, that you don't necessarily want, like it does sort of make sense. But they were kind of like, we're still having symptoms even though we're on birth control. And I was just like, I wonder what the difference is.
Yeah.
Huh. That is, I
Birth
would
control is a
like to know
lot of
that.
estrogen.
Yeah.
That sounds like an administrative
Yeah.
cost thing to me because birth control is cheap and estrogen's probably noticeably more expensive.
That's a good
I
point.
totally
And
agree with you that there's
California
some
has
insurance cutoff.
California's insurance is California insurance. So
Oh,
in California,
yeah.
you probably don't get estrogen until you're 50.
Look at Jeremy throwing out all
Totally
these.
agree. Totally
Look
agree.
at
Because it
that.
felt
I
like such a
know.
it was like a hard date. It was like you have to be 50 to get this. So I think
That's
you're
so
totally
okay. First of all, that's just crazy because I'm 48. I started on hormones 2 years ago when I was 46, but I was having the symptoms for a year and a half, and it was easy. A year and a half before I actually like I lived with the you know all the crap for a while. So like I started kind of early. So what does that put me? Like 42 and a half, I think I was roughly. Not
yeah.
50.
That's
Yeah.
way
No.
see that
Nowhere near.
that's
Yeah,
way closer to 40 than
way closer to 40.
But
Yeah.
in
making an
perimenopause can go
arbitrary
back
date
really
like that.
far.
Yeah. What's that, Carrie?
Perimenopause can go back so far that they just really are
Yes.
not understanding that like you can be like almost like having a baby at 40 and going through perimenopause at the same time,
Totally.
and that I feel like women's
Yeah.
healthcare is just so completely underfunded and understudied. And the fact
Mm-hmm.
that women were not the subjects of actual research until 1993 really
Yes.
shows. Like it just shows because
Yeah.
we're not
Yeah.
small men and we're not like even like lab rats, we're male lab rats. Because if you
Right.
introduce a female in any of these like scientific methods, it's viewed as a variable, like it's viewed as like an outlier. And so you want
Mm-hmm.
everything to be the same. And so the same for so long, for decades, was men.
Mm-hmm.
And
I
thank you for coming to
to
my TED Talk.
I actually pulled the post up. I had just shared it on LinkedIn the other day. I'm going to read it real quick, but it's a just kind of summarize. Melinda French Gates just announced a $100 million pledge. Did you hear about this?
Saw
To
that.
fix women's health research. And this is in the post, not from her, but from someone else. Says here's the problem: in 2024, only 1% of pharmaceutical research funding outside of cancer was directed at women's health. Like WTF, right? Like we talk
Like
about because we
all of
cover
women's
women's health
health
so
too.
much.
100%.
Yeah.
1% on pharmaceutical. And then, like you were saying, the 1993, it's come up so many times. It's like, how, right? Like, so I actually then went to the menopause. I love reading about menopause. I went
Mm.
to the it's kind of weird, right? The Menopause Society website, that's menopause.org, by the way. And I read on here, where is it? Let me find it. It said $10 million Next Gen Now initiative to transform menopause training. Anonymous donor, I wonder if it was Melinda,
Mm.
provides $5 million to launch innovative initiative that will improve midlife care. So all around perimenopause. So I'm like, finally, like give us money to test us and see all the things that are broken and wrong with all of our weird symptoms, which I want to tell you about one of my weird symptoms too.
And there's and even if you look at it from the business side, there's so much money in it. Why
Yeah.
haven't they gone after
So
this
much.
money yet? Like to come up with effective treatments for menopause? That's half the people on the planet get it.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Yep.
they're
So
gonna get it. Half the people on the planet. Actually, I think there's more women than men now.
Because it's not
It's
if you're going to go through it,
yeah,
you
like
are going
it's
through it.
going to
yeah, it's
happen.
guaranteed.
If they could find a way to charge people for treatment on that,
Yeah.
then I mean, I know we all know they're in it for the money.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe in the
And
past, that was why they didn't bother with the women's side because they didn't let women have money. But now women can have money.
yeah, for
And
now.
there's a lot of money in women's health.
And we're awfully good leaders.
So like I'm surprised they're not like rambunctious to get involved in it at this point,
So then
honestly.
oddly,
Yeah.
you know who is trying
That's
to
wild.
make
I
so
think you're
much money
muted.
off
Oh,
of
Carrie, I think
menopause?
you're muted.
Oh,
We lost
no.
you. What
Oh,
happened?
I can hear her. Can you hear
Yeah.
me?
Oh, we have no audio. Can we not
Oh
hear them?
no.
Did we lose
I'm
Jannie
still
too?
here.
No, I'm here.
Oh,
I can
no, we can't hear either
you.
one of you. This is, I have a really great metaphor for the fact that we just had all these technical difficulties. So like the universe is it's like the matrix is broken. So is our bodies. So
The world is as broken
Sounds
as
about
your
right.
body.
like this is what happens, right? We're talking, no one's hearing us.
So true.
We're screaming into the ether.
Someone's trying to silence us.
Right. You won't silence us, world. We're coming for you.
That's funny.
And that's menopause. That's menopause in like one little, like really simple thing. We're just
Right.
we're gonna scream it and we're gonna say we're broken and somebody help me.
Well, since we had a break, I would like to get in, because I like to dig. We haven't had a lesbian couple both with menopause on the show before.
Oh yeah, that's true.
It's probably rare.
And I feel like this is the real focus of something very unique we can get out of this conversation. I'm going to get a little personal. If it's too much, let me know.
No, 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 no.
Nope.
So in our previous roundtable, the three women were talking about how you lose your sex drive when,
Oh,
when you become menopausal.
Heather's also my other Heather that was on. She's lesbian as well. She's married to
Oh yeah, there you
another
go.
wonderful lady. But Christine and I obviously both are in
Right.
heterosexual relationships.
But I'm honestly curious, with a lesbian couple both going through menopause, is there a sex life still? Do you just not, you just don't, neither of you want it, so you don't? Or is it
It's
one of
like,
those things you
oh,
still try? Or does it vary between you?
Sort of all the above.
I'm honestly
The
curious.
above,
yeah.
yeah.
Okay, so before menopause, I will even say this because basically kids definitely
Yeah.
it's slowed down in general, right? You've got kids,
Right.
Sure.
and then
Sure.
we didn't always sync up with our periods. So then there's that. So then if you really think about it, we've only got like a 1 to 2 week window of like
Sometimes like
having
a
fun.
1 day window, really. Like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And then during the summer, forget about it because nobody's in school.
yeah.
But then once, right?
I mean,
But then we decided to get IUDs. So we actually don't take progesterone. We have IUDs that give us our progesterone that
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's fantastic. So we don't even have to take a pill. Well, Carrie does.
Oh,
I don't.
so
There's
that's
a little trick for you.
that's interesting. Well, see, I was on birth control like I don't know from the time I was like 18 or something until my late 20s, like 28, when I wanted to start a family finally, which I was, it turns out I'm highly infertile.
Oh,
So, oh
infertile.
yeah, yeah, that's been,
All right.
so
Well, that's a
when
whole
I went
nother
off
discussion.
that,
Maybe.
yeah, yeah, it comes up all the time,
Yeah.
and especially with like all the women's health stuff.
Mhm.
I've had my own issues with that. And I went off the pill. Took me 2 years to get pregnant with Zane, and then never went back on the pill. Um, and I did not get pregnant because like I have friends like literally like their husband will like breathe next to them and they're like, boom, I'm pregnant. And I was all, screw
Mhm.
you. Like it takes me a lot of work. And so then I finally got pregnant with Van. I never went back on birth control. I have been off birth control since I was 28 and I have never had any scares. So
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't know
Yeah.
a whole lot about birth control, which is maybe
Well,
why I went into menopause early. I always wondered that if there's some biological thing, because I haven't been on birth control for so long. So anyway, but that was something new about the IUDs. I
That's
didn't
just
realize.
about all women are now, right? Like once you hit a certain age,
Yeah,
birth control is like so common, right?
yeah,
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they like were doling it out at age 16 when I was growing
right.
up. Like they were just
Yeah.
Go
like,
to
here you
your
go. You didn't even really know what you were taking. You were just kind of
yeah,
like, okay, sounds good. And it makes
yeah,
the cramps
Oh,
go away, even better.
right, right.
But
I
now
went
we
to
have
Planned
I
Parenthood.
we
That's
have
where I
this
got mine.
we had a doctor in Portland, Oregon. Her name is Dr. Karen Adams. And she is a phenomenal expert on menopause. If you haven't come across her yet,
I
definitely
haven't.
look her up. She's a close friend of ours. She delivered both of our kids. Like she's
Oh,
just a wonderful human being. And she said to us, she's like, "Oh, when you get after you're done having your kids, you'll go on IUDs because you don't need to have your periods anymore." And I was like, "I'm
hmm.
sorry, what?" Like we don't need to we just don't need to have that anymore. And she's like, no, no, no. There's all these like misconceptions about the pill. Like the pill had the 7-day placebo in it where you
Ah,
bleed because that's how they sold it to the Catholic Church. That
Uh,
contraception was going to be okay because women would still bleed.
I didn't even
And
know
it's like,
that.
so you
oh my
actually
God.
don't, like, isn't that wild? You don't
It's
need,
crazy.
there's no medical reason. This is from Dr. Karen Adams. There's no medical reason for you to have a period. And so I was like, sign me up. I am done with this shit. So like
Hmm.
we both, I went and got an IUD in 2021. I convinced Jannie to do it because this is what happens in lesbian relationships. You're like,
yeah, there you
I found
go.
this women's
You
healthcare
do.
thing that
You
works
try
for
first.
me. You should do it. So then we both got them and we saved tons of money on tampons. We don't buy them anymore. We just have, you have like light spotting like once a
Uh,
month where it kind of breaks
Not
through.
even.
I
yeah.
do. I do. I don't know.
Oh, no.
You might not.
Yeah.
But then we have it's very funny because we don't actually have the period. So now we're just kind of like I feel weird and I don't know if it's the period or if it's the perimenopause. So it almost makes things like less clear, like what's going on. But that's why we both have IUDs. So it's not, it has nothing to do with like birth
Okay.
control or anything like that. It's just total prevention of periods. Don't want to do that anymore. Don't need to. And then when we started doing the perimenopause, like estrogen, they were like, oh, you're actually already set up with the progesterone because of the IUDs. And
Ah,
Karen told us that the ideal kind of setup that a lot of doctors, like a lot of women doctors use, is the IUD and the patch for the estrogen. That way you get
really?
almost like natural progesterone generation in your body itself, and then you just layer the estrogen on top of it. But
I just learned something new.
Huh,
We're
I
all about
know, so
education
cool.
here on
there
the
you go.
Uprising.
And
Well,
she
oh, go
also
ahead.
mentioned that the IUD will produce progesterone for 5 years. So
Yeah.
usually you're supposed to change it every 8, but she said 5. So
Really?
So you got to
Okay.
like know that too. Like that's not
it's
what's
like
on like the
early
IUD
information.
instructions. So
Yeah, like the alarm, there's no alarm that goes off.
no.
That's
And
some
I'm
good
just like,
game in the
Jane and
system
I are
there.
like, how long has it been? You
I
know?
don't know. But back to your question. So yes, there is definitely less sex drive overall. I'm hoping it'll come back
100%.
like
Yeah.
eventually, right? Like it's just everyone. And I'm just like what was that movie with Jason Segel and like Cameron Diaz where they're like talking about they actually make
Oh,
a sex tape. Maybe it's called sex tape. I don't know.
yeah. Oh my gosh.
They're talking about how like couples have like sex
Hmm.
all the time. And I'm like, this is
Mm-mm.
no,
This
not
is not
real.
true.
Wrong.
And also like what is like so we far less sex happening in our house for many different reasons. But also we've had some discussions because we're lesbians about like what is real intimacy? What does it really mean? This is the difference, is sort of
Oh, that's
like
true though. Yeah.
if that's not going to happen, and like maybe we need to like let ourselves off the hook a tiny bit, like, and not like live up to the societal standard of like, oh, we should be doing it every day or every week or whatever. I don't even
Oh,
know.
yeah.
We operate so far outside the margins of that kind of expectation anyway, that it's sort of just like, well, what do we want it to be? Like, do you want to like hold hands and like snuggle? You know, is that enough? And like maybe sometimes it is and sometimes it's not, you know. And then I will also say that we schedule sex like 100%. Like it's like on the calendar almost. Like there should just be a block of time on the Google Calendar, because the only way that it's going to happen is if we both see that there's like a big block of time open, that the kids are not going to be home. We're not people that are going to do it when the kids come home. It's just not our thing. And so we just are like, if the kids are out for a couple hours, then we're like, ooh, maybe Wednesday at 10 a.m. That's our time.
You know, and truthfully, it's not all that different in my life
Oh, yeah. I
either.
mean,
So,
it's a couple with kids.
you know what?
The
Yeah,
lesbian part doesn't really make a difference on
it
that.
You
kind of
want to know what
doesn't.
intimacy
Yeah.
is sometimes? And this is what I realized, not even shitting you. This is what I'm doing last night because, Jake had this horrible accident, as you may have
Oh,
seen.
Oh, sorry.
And so I am like taking care of him, right? And so he needs his leg massaged and like to like stimulate the nerves. And as I'm doing it last night, I'm sitting there and I'm like, well, this is intimacy for us. Like
yeah. I
this is,
mean,
I'll go get you a Coke, honey. That's what you want. You want your ice cold Coke. I swear to God, if he says ice cold Coke one more fucking time, I'm like legitimately going to strangle him. I said to my friend, I said, I wanted to throat punch him so many times since
But
he has
it's
been
been three
home.
weeks now since he
We're
fell
only
off the roof.
been 3 weeks. Yeah.
oh,
And I'm like, ice cold Coke. Oh, yeah, ice cold
okay,
Coke
sure.
coming up, honey.
And really, but what you're doing there is showing the difference, because a lot of people think love and sex are the same thing, and they are not. They're
No.
very much connected, but they
Yeah.
are not the same thing.
I
Yeah.
Because
mean,
you're
it took
talking
me
about
most of my
love.
20s and 30s to figure that part out. I'm with you.
Yeah. Yeah. And so, yeah, I think we
Yeah.
all, whether you're, I don't, doesn't matter what kind of relationship you're in. Um,
I think
yeah, that
like
sex
the
drive thing
stars
is
for us
like,
might be a little harder to align
yes.
though. I do think that there is like that. If there is a man that would like to have sex more often in the mix, it probably means that it's going to happen more often.
You're
Like
totally right about that. Yeah.
if there's two women, you're kind of like, I don't really need it and I don't really either. So we're, you know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's there's
So
no
the chances
catalyst.
are even lower.
Honestly,
Yeah,
it's like it's almost seems better, because I mean,
in a
men never
way.
really lose the sex drive, right? So when women become menopausal and the guy wants it and the woman doesn't, it becomes a
Weird.
problem in the relationship. If you both stop wanting sex, then you just don't have to do it anymore.
That's
Yeah.
It
true.
almost takes the pressure off.
In a lot
Yeah.
of ways.
Like,
It's not to say I don't miss it.
No,
We all
if you don't
remember the
want it, you don't
feelings.
want it though, right?
I'm hoping it comes back eventually. Does it? I don't know.
I don't
But
know.
I almost think
I,
there's like a really interesting nostalgia for it that starts to develop too, where you almost
right.
like you want to do it for different reasons. Like you want to do it to feel young again. Like you want to
Uh,
do it to like it captures so much of those like
mm,
emotions that like sure the physical is like definitely a factor, but I think there's like at least for me there's like a lot of emotion that comes with it where I'm like I would like to remember what it was like when we were doing this like when we were younger in a way. Like and when we
Mm.
were like I want to know Jannie like that, you know, like
when
and
we
just
were wild and free.
That's
like
like when it
yeah,
when
felt
we
kind
first
of.
sexy.
met and it
Yeah.
was like ridiculous.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like when we first got together, like forget it, you know, we were like
Uh-huh.
28, so we had a lot of
Yeah.
energy,
Right.
but
Oh, back in our 20s.
yeah, it's different
Ugh,
now.
the faraway times.
The long ago.
Yeah, very long ago in a galaxy
My
far, far
my
away.
beard's almost 20 now.
Yeah, but that is true though. Yeah, I'm glad that we talked about this because I don't think we touched on the whole sex stuff on the first roundtable, but this is a big part of it.
Well, we talked about how you guys didn't want to have sex anymore
Oh,
and
did
how
we?
it bothered your husband. Yeah,
I
we definitely
forgot.
talked
Yeah, I
about the
think you
lack of
guys were
sex
making
drive,
fun of your husbands. I remember
but
listening to
we didn't have the other
Oh,
we didn't have the other side of any of the couples in the room.
yeah, we
And
didn't.
even though there was, there was a lesbian in the room, but she didn't have a
we-
partner with her.
No, she didn't. She didn't talk about that. But
Yeah.
yeah, so speaking of like kind of weird symptoms, right? So that's like obviously sex drive, huge, whatever, libido. It's like boom, psh, Like,
yeah, pretty much.
for me.
Well said. Well said.
Well, I mean, I got animated responses here,
Mhm.
but that's really kind of what it felt like. Poor Jake, he's like, I'm gonna go find a hook. I'm like, you know what? I don't even care.
Not in
I'm
his
like,
town,
I
he's not.
don't even care.
Those are empty threats.
Not in Flagstaff, he's not.
Yeah, I'm like, first of all, you wouldn't do it. But even
He
if you
wouldn't have
did,
to, yeah.
I at the point in my life where I'm like, cool, like by all means, we've been together for a really long time. I'm like, I know you're not gonna leave me because you need me, especially now.
Especially now.
Yeah, him and his ice cold Coke request. Who else is gonna get him that? But what about other symptoms that you've had? Now, Jannie, you've talked about the anxiety, which was really big, and yelling, right? Like, was
Yeah,
there
just
anything else?
for me, it was mainly anxiety. I mean, honestly, like I was like worried about money and we didn't need to worry about money. And I don't like maybe it was because I had I had a downturn in like freelance work and I didn't know what I wanted to do with my for a living, whatever. But and then it was just my temper. My temper, I lost my temper way easier than
Mhm.
normal.
Yeah, and you
Okay.
didn't have night sweats, you didn't have hot flashes.
Nothing like that.
You,
I had joint pain. Let's talk about back
Oh,
pain.
yes.
oh, yeah,
In your
you definitely have
hands?
that. You still have that.
I get it in my
Carrie
hands.
does. I have back pain that's just happening.
Oh, in like a certain area?
Yeah, but I don't know if it's arthritis, but I think I feel it more with the hormones. So
Yeah.
it's just, I don't know, chronic pain that I'll just deal with forever.
What? Ugh,
We're a
There's
right.
little
probably something
worried
you can
that
do
it's like
about
one
it.
of those like deep down like endometriosis kind of
Which
pain,
is
like that,
possible.
like the doctors aren't finding, like so there's just like
Right.
it's been going on. You had that before perimenopause time too, like you've had it for a long time.
I
I
love that you just
mean,
called it
maybe
perimenopause time.
it might have been in the beginning of my perimenopause and I didn't know though, too,
Maybe.
Yeah.
because I was on
Yeah.
the Peloton like constantly, and it wasn't until a couple years after that
Yeah.
that I started
If it's
feeling like a little bit, and it's just gotten worse over time.
here, here's some knowledge I can drop from the podcast. If it's presenting primarily as lower back pain, it could be ankylosing spondylitis.
Oh, hey, look at you.
Okay now.
What's that?
That's a
Yeah.
autoimmune condition that my friend has, and she came on the show to talk about it. So,
It's kind of a similar thing to endometriosis, except for it being ovarian cells that get outside the ovaries. It's stuff in your guts getting outside your guts.
mm, gotta have
Cool.
good gut flora.
Yeah.
I
It's
am,
it's it's mostly an autoimmune based thing,
Yeah,
really.
yeah,
there you go.
I'm waiting to get an MRI done. So I'm just like,
Okay.
have to do all those PT days and then doctor appointment in order to qualify to get the MRI
Oh,
for
yeah.
insurance
All
purposes.
all the hoops you have
Uh,
to jump through.
I mean, the joint thing is a menopause thing too, though, because
Yeah.
the other Heather talked about her frozen joint
The
thing.
frozen shoulder.
Oh,
Yeah.
she had frozen
Yeah.
shoulder. Yeah, it was
Yeah,
rough.
she did. I never. And Carrie, what about you? What kind of
I
symptoms did
have
you
the
have?
joint, I have the hand
Me
joint
too.
so bad. And like honestly the reason I'll
Yeah.
put up with the hives situation is for the
Mhm.
joint pain.
Yeah.
Because I felt like a car that was not greased anymore.
Hmm.
Like it just
Hmm.
like it just sapped it completely out of my body. And like it felt like my bones, every bone was like rubbing against each other with no padding anymore.
Hmm.
And that part I like it was tolerable for a while and then it got kind of like intolerable. And that's when I started to think about going for the HRT.
Gotcha. Yeah, I had the same thing with my hands, and this was even when I was on hormones. Like this was at one point. It was relatively soon into it. I remember, and it was winters, it was cold, but I would have to wrap my hands in heating pads.
Oh my
Uh,
gosh. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I could
and it's
definitely
coming
see that.
back. It's starting
Mm.
to come back, and I'm starting to, and actually I'm having a lot more like breakthrough, I call them breakthrough hot flashes at this point. So I think I actually need to up my dose for the first
Oh,
time in a while. So yeah, like I need more. Give me more.
This
yeah. I
Keep
brings.
have like
brewing.
do you see my pinky? Like it just is
Oh
have
yeah.
Oh yeah.
crooked. Like during perimenopause, it just started to move like over this way. And I
Uh-uh.
was like, cool, you're just staying that way permanently, aren't you?
So
It
weird.
just
But
crooked by
just
itself.
crooks by itself, like just gradually. And my mom has the same thing. So it must be like maybe it's
Whoa.
a genetic thing,
It
but
totally looks like you broke your finger.
Yeah.
yeah, right? It's like,
it
but
is
the kids think
crazy.
it's hilarious, but it's just really,
That's
it's like stuck
wild.
that way. And I'm just like,
Hmm.
okay, well, and if the kids grab my pinkies, it just hurts really bad, Like,
Oh,
That almost
yeah,
sounds like the frozen joint thing. It just happened at the
it,
tip of your finger.
I think it is. I think it's something like that. But,
you have frozen pinky.
Yeah,
unless we invest in
that's
women's
crazy.
healthcare, we'll never know.
We don't know. They
I'm
don't.
so glad we have video on YouTube for that.
Yeah, we don't research women's healthcare, so we don't know. Sorry. Good luck.
But yeah,
We'll put 1% of our effort into that for you.
Yeah.
I had the joint pain and I had the massive fatigue and I had
Mhm.
night sweats and I wasn't sleeping. I was waking up at 2 and 3 o'clock in the morning every single night and I just was awake and
Same. And you're up
that
for hours,
yeah.
right?
Then
I
there was no going back to sleep. It was just like total.
Do you
I've never
sleep
really
now though?
yes, I
Are
do. I
you,
sleep pretty well, except like our
okay.
kids are up sometimes, like nightmares, etc. lately. But outside of that, I sleep. But
Oh,
I also had the 4 o'clock brain fog. I don't know if
brain
anybody else had
fog.
that,
Hmm.
but
Brain fog all the way.
Oh
where I
yeah.
basically wanted to take a nap every day at 4 o'clock. It's
Hmm.
just like, bye, Jannie. See ya. Gotta go.
Yeah. Yeah. I run into, well, being on hormones like helped with the
Yeah.
hot flashes and therefore I slept.
Hmm.
Um, but recently, because I have all sorts of new symptoms now in the last 6 months that I didn't have in the beginning, which I want to share with you.
Yeah. What are the
One of
new
the
ones?
weirdest ones.
I'm curious.
Um, but I every morning I was actually telling Jeremy this yesterday, or actually it was in a podcast recording that we were doing with another company about an app, and I'm holding my phone because I'm going to show you guys something. And I'm like, it doesn't matter how many hours I sleep. I'm absolutely exhausted in the morning. I feel like I've slept four. I
Wow.
have the hardest time getting up. And I'll look and I track everything, on all the wearables, right? And I look at my sleep, particularly through my Aura ring, and I'm like, I'm getting good sleep. I have a really great sleep score. I feel like shit. Like every
Mm.
morning, it is a struggle to get out of bed. And I don't know. I also thinking that might be why I need to get up my hormones. That might help.
Yeah.
And so I'm really tired, and I'm a night owl, but like still, like I get, 7, 8 hours of sleep, sometimes longer, and it's awful. But I want to share this with you. So you're gonna get a kick out of this. So I went through this new app that I just downloaded yesterday, and it asks it's my perimenopause check-in, and so I went through all the questions, and I don't
See
know
if
if
it shows up.
can you see it?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, severe.
Oh,
Severe.
Oh
geez.
no.
Yeah, I was like, impact on quality of life,
Severe.
severe. I'm like,
Severe. Oh,
God
Yeah.
help us all.
And there
oh
you
my
go.
God.
Yeah, that was alarming when I saw that. I was like, okay, well, that explains,
And that's with being on your hormones and everything.
which
Yeah.
tells me I need to increase.
Maybe you're not on the right hormones.
Can
How,
I think it's,
can we talk about supplements? Jannie, go ahead.
I
ooh,
I, I
how
was
many
just
times
wanting to ask you about that with the diet and supplement part. Yeah.
yeah.
before Carrie gets into that, how many times have you had to up it? Just
Um,
curious.
I think I did it once early on, and that's
Okay.
it. So I've been at the
And you've been doing it
same,
for like 5 or 6 years, you said, right?
no, 2 years,
Oh, only 2 years.
2 years, 25 months, 25
Oh,
months, 2
25
days,
months. That's
and
right. That's right.
18 hours.
Okay. Carrie's gonna nerd out with all her supplements now.
I
Go.
wouldn't,
This
okay.
is always my favorite
I'm,
part.
Well,
I'm,
I was
I love when
joking
people
with
fix themselves with food.
I'm ready for this.
I was joking with Jannie. I was like, do I get to like info dump all of my supplement research on this podcast today? And she was like,
Yes.
yes. And I was
Please.
like, oh, well, okay. So the first one though that I've tried recently is creatine. Have you read about creatine?
I have my husband actually keeps telling me you need to be on creatine, Heather. He's like all into like the menopause thing now. It's hilarious.
Oh,
He's very
Nice.
bored. He's broken.
I think creatine is a game changer for energy and for brain.
Okay.
It really helps muscles. Like if you're doing like weight training for like, we're all supposed to be lifting like super heavy weights now, which is like,
Mhm.
there's a great
Oh, yeah.
Amy Poehler quote where she's like, really, like women at the end of their life, we have to go to the gym and lift heavy weights. Like that's the answer for us. And I'm just like, yep, that is.
Yeah.
But if you are lifting weights and like doing any kind of like real workouts, creatine is good because
Mhm.
what it does is it activates your muscles on the cellular level. It's an
Okay.
amino acid. It's very safe, even though it is protected because people use it the wrong way for bodybuilding. Like people use too much of it.
Right.
Like
Okay.
when you buy it on Amazon, you have to like sign all these things and put in your driver's license ID and like that prove you're
Oh,
a grown up, not like
And you
some.
can only buy so much of it at a time, too,
really
probably.
Yeah.
Like
interesting.
the
Because
Sudafed.
apparently like young boys in particular use it to try to like bulk up and like
Okay.
get
My
muscular.
son is taking creatine gummies that Jake bought for him.
Yep. Yeah.
So
So
before like
similar.
working out. Yeah.
And as long as he's doing it like, you just need a little, like for
Mhm.
women, they say like I think it's like 2 grams that's
Mhm.
what I'm taking right now. But
Oh, maybe I should be
like
taking his gummies.
but like,
it was
yeah,
yeah,
hold up. It
maybe
comes
try
in
it.
gummy form.
Yeah, it
Everything's in a gummy, Jannie.
it comes
Everything's
in
There's
gummy
a
good.
form.
gummy for that.
The only reason I didn't do the gummies, I did the powder, is I wanted to be able to
Okay.
put it in my smoothie because I
Oh,
have this
gotcha.
smoothie that's like one of those like it's what I didn't realize when I developed it at like 40 was that it ended up being like a perimenopause smoothie because it's like pea protein. Now it's got creatine in it. It's got like spinach, fruit, like all the like avocados, like good
Uh-huh.
stuff for you. Because I wanted to have something to just like start my day and not have to worry about it. But the creatine has been an energy changer for me. So if you are trying to
Okay.
get better sleep and then have energy in the morning, I wonder if it might like
Mm.
replace something for you because creatine in women is usually down because you have to eat a lot of steak and beef. Like, and I don't eat beef because
Okay.
I have psoriasis and it inflames my psoriasis a ton. You have to eat a lot of dairy and beef, which I don't eat for that reason. And then you have to eat like leafy greens and that kind of stuff, which of course we all want to, but sort of
Mhm.
don't. And then it replaces that. And I have to say, game changer.
Okay. I'm gonna try it. Because I need something. Yeah.
Yeah.
All
I wonder
right.
if it, because I have a ton more energy and I'm able to sustain it through the whole day now.
Just a heads
Okay.
up, I'm muting. My son is home.
Yeah,
Okay. You're
Taylor's coming
good.
off the bus. There he is. You see us. And then the other supplements I take just to like round the bend, magnesium. I don't know if you're taking
I
that.
am
It's
taking magnesium
wonderful.
gummies, of
Gummies,
course. Oh,
totally. I take it twice a day. The feeling is so nice. I feel supported and calm. And then
okay.
I take turmeric for my joints, which
Hmm.
is really helpful with inflammation. I take a calcium, like a plant-based calcium supplement for, again,
Hmm.
bone health.
I
I
do
take,
calcium too. Yeah.
yeah, I think those are pretty standard for a lot of people.
Yep.
I take a probiotic, a multivitamin, and I take fish oil, and I take another amino acid called L-lysine, which is just really great for like skin and bone health as well. And
Hmm.
I have to say, like I just started doing that one recently, and like my skin has never felt better. So
Okay. Yeah,
just
my husband's into the fish oil. I haven't gotten
yeah,
on that train, but maybe I should start that too.
I
That's
think
great
fish
for your
oil.
brain.
It's
Yep.
great for your brain, and it's like I feel like it's a really good all around. It's like that, yeah, all the studies with omega-3s and all that kind of stuff that takes care of a lot of your body and like
Hmm.
building blocks ways. I just started to look at Dr. Mary Claire, who's
Oh, I
also
love
one of the
her.
most famous, right?
Totally.
She did a whole supplement breakdown, and I basically copied hers. So
Oh, okay. Would you be willing to share with me the
yeah,
list that you just went
sure.
through so I could maybe we can include it in the show notes, but
Sure.
also just for me
I
because there's a
definitely would.
couple things. I have turmeric.
Yeah.
I have it in like a tincture
Oh, cool. Yeah.
form.
Nice.
Yeah, so you put it like into water or something like that. I haven't started using it, but I do have it. I
Yeah.
do the calcium. I just started doing calcium and magnesium actually.
Yeah, so
Um,
good.
like maybe 3 weeks ago. Truthfully haven't been on the supplement game until recently, but now I'm like, give me all the supplements.
I
So,
really like for me, I love like a smoothie for breakfast. Like my breakfast is smoothie and supplements. Like it's just kind of like let's get it done out of the
hmm.
gate. And then I have like the best chance. Oh, and I take vitamin B because like just energy wise, it really helps. Like vitamin
Okay.
B, I feel like turns my brain on. If you do like a B
Mm,
complex, there's like three
okay.
different kinds of vitamin B in one pill. And you're like off to the races. Like sometimes I'm like, hold up, I am not ready to move this fast. So
That's what energy drinks are. It's just an overdose of vitamin B.
yeah.
Yeah, and I don't do energy
It's like
drinks.
way too much vitamin B, but that's
Okay.
what it's working
Yeah,
on.
I take
Okay.
like I think it's like 1,000 milligrams or maybe less. Like it's something that's just like a
Okay.
regular. But yeah, I think supplements like it's so I think that there's part of menopause that's like really based in new and emerging science, which is amazing. And then there's
Mhm.
this whole other part of it that's based in snake oil salespeople that are
Yeah.
trying to sell you like their vitamin and their thing that's going to work for you. So it's like we just have to be so careful because I don't want
Hmm.
to buy like somebody's like wrapped up vitamin. So I kind of like I think it's better to construct your own and see what works.
Yeah. Good advice.
Yeah, we've had a good number of episodes where people are pretty much fixing themselves with their diet, which
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
always love that sort of story.
Yeah. Nutrition
It just
is.
shows that you can fix, the body's a machine that if you give it the right stuff, it'll run right.
Mm-hmm.
And you can fix a lot of problems if you just feed it the right fuel kind of thing.
Yeah,
I
for
so agree.
sure.
Oh, and that also leads me to the protein conversation, which I am
Oh,
trying so
protein.
hard to try to get 100 grams of protein. It's like really hard to, you have to eat
Uh-huh.
a lot of protein to do that. And so Jannie supports this because she's very like meat oriented. Like she's like, no meat, no meal, no
Oh,
meat, no thank you, is
I
what she
told
said.
Carrie that we're done if she ever becomes a vegan.
I can't be that kind of lesbian, you guys. Like, I'm already
Oh
like a
my gosh,
lesbian
that's so funny.
feminist. I can't be like lesbian feminist vegan. Like, you can't do it.
It's not, yeah, none of that. So,
No,
so
You can only have two titles at once.
no,
No
yeah,
more
I
than
just
two
can't go
titles
that
at a time.
far.
that's so. Do
But
you do any of the supplements, Jenny, or is this what
I
you haven't
take
got? You haven't gone on the supplement train yet,
I take one multivitamin gummy and that's it.
I have tried, you guys. I try a
I
lot to
don't
get Jannie on the
I don't know.
supplements.
It's hard. Like with my diet, like I really love food, and there are certain foods that I'm not willing to give up. Like my symptoms aren't that bad yet. Like if they were at to the point where what Carrie's having, and maybe it's just white people things, I don't know. Maybe Asians are different. I don't know. We're all made differently. My
true.
mom,
True.
according to my mom, she never had any symptoms, which is totally
My
BS
mom
because
said the same thing. She
so
was
did
like, "I didn't have menopause." I
mine.
was like, "Screw you, you did
Lies.
too."
Total lies. I mean, like
Lies.
the yeah. Anyway.
They just ignored it back
I
then.
think they
They
did.
totally
They
did.
suppressed everything
Yeah,
back
they
in
He
the
was
suppressed
day,
so
everything.
scary back then, like so
right?
scary. And I think it was definitely menopause. So,
Right? Yeah,
uh,
my mom, she lives with me, and so she's always like, gosh, she's like, no one ever talked about it like you do. And I'm like, well, I also just am obnoxious about it, but so
oh
But
yeah,
it's
Not
so
the
me,
word I would have
important.
used, but okay.
Yeah.
no, I've taken it to like obnoxious levels, and I am okay with
You were
that.
definitely not afraid to tell
No,
people you were menopausal.
no, nope.
Well, it's
no.
like up to, there's a lot of things that say like it's up to Gen X and like maybe elder millennials to like destigmatize menopause for everyone else. Like that's what
Yep,
because we're just like, what, I'm sorry, what's going on here? I'm not
right?
doing it like this. I'm not gonna like hide this thing that's happening to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, no
Yeah.
way.
So
And speaking of which, we were talking about
Can I just do one
but,
follow up on the diet thing?
oh,
Okay.
yeah, go ahead.
So you figured out the whole diet structure and everything, and did you say you're off the hormones
No,
entirely,
no,
or
no.
no, you're still doing the estrogen
Very much still
Orally.
on the estrogen.
orally?
Like I need
But is
the
that all else you're doing besides the diet to control all that stuff? Because you seem to have some extra problems from it compared to
Yeah,
a lot
so
of people.
I also am managing other things. So I have ADHD, so I'm managing that with no medication
Mm.
through my diet, exercise, and the supplements also help with that. And then I'm also have psoriasis, so I have an autoimmune thing that I've had my whole life. So I'm also trying to keep that kind of like at bay through how I eat as well. So it serves like a triple purpose, I guess, but it helps with everything. To if you eat like an anti-inflammatory diet, it sort of makes all the stuff kind of stay in check.
There it is again. The Tom Brady diet works for menopause. I learned that in the
Does.
first one.
Mm.
I debate like he goes really far. Like he doesn't eat nightshades, which are like tomatoes,
Uh,
eggplants, and
oh, he's
mushrooms.
like 100% anti-inflammatory diet.
Yeah,
That's how he played
but
football till he was 50.
Yeah.
it's true.
Okay.
I mean, I think some of it really works. So it's
But
definitely changed my life.
and it's
Okay.
every time we go through this, it comes back around to if you want to fix your menopause, go on the Tom Brady diet.
Tom
Like Tom
Brady.
Brady's cookbook.
All
He's
right.
going to be
Sorry,
great
I'm a
when he goes through
Patriots fan.
menopause.
I'm from Boston.
I was
So
gonna say, I'm like, you must
I
be because
love the fact that I get to talk about Tom Brady every time we talk about menopause.
Tommy.
Who would have
I,
thunk
I
it?
don't know how he feels about it, but I like it.
That's funny.
well, I will just side note, I do have the Patriots defense on my fantasy football league.
Is
So
that a good idea this year?
so far
Yeah.
it
I don't know about this
it is.
year.
They've gotten me a lot of points so
And
far.
we got Vrabel now. We got our coach, so hopefully that'll be good.
Oh my gosh.
I turned a menopause roundtable into a conversation about the NFL.
Hey, there
Man,
you
see,
go.
this is the balance we're
This
looking
is
for.
why I'm here.
Yes, it is. It is. Wow. Okay, so food, we've got supplements. Oh, I wanted to share with you guys one of my very strange symptoms that I have.
Yes.
Um, I get to see your faces. They're like, what is she
What?
gonna say? Okay, it's really bizarre, quite honestly. So, and it's the only thing I can think is what it is. So I've never had any hearing issues, at all.
Oh,
Um, I
mhm.
get this, it's almost like someone is like beating on my eardrum. It's like a fluttering, and I start to lose sound in my ears, like it's muffled, and it will go on for anywhere from like 30 to 60 seconds. And it does it randomly. There's like nothing else that happens at the time, but it started about 6 months ago.
Pretty sure that's your blood pressure spiking.
Yeah, I don't know.
Did you
It's
talk
the
to your doctor about it?
No, I need to. That's like
It's
my
only been going on for 6 months. Can't see a doctor in 6 months.
I
But
talked to
like,
anybody
did
about
they
it
actually look in your
quickly.
ear?
Like
Like
in
they
women
really look
time, you
in
need
there?
like a full year.
Right, exactly. I'm like, okay, it's time now. I've been putting up with this for long enough. Like, it's not going away. Like, what is this? It's the weirdest thing.
The only thing
Um,
I've heard similar is ears being itchy.
Itchy. Yeah,
Right. So
itchy
I just, there's
ears.
something there for
That's
sure.
some kind of pressure in your ear.
Yeah, I
It's
don't
weird.
really have, I'm kind of itchy ears, but I have a friend who has it really bad, right? And
Mm.
so, like, we just all have strange symptoms. Yeah, that's probably
Crazy.
my ear one was the most
That one
surprising.
wins. I'm like, I don't have anything that's that far out of the box.
Yeah.
We need to get our acupuncturist on because I bet if you asked an acupuncturist about that, they might have an
It would
answer for you.
definitely know.
Yeah, probably.
You
Yeah,
might
that
even be
was
able to fix that with acupuncture too. Like
Yeah.
that
true.
seems like
Yeah.
a yeah.
Yeah, I love acupuncture.
True.
Yeah, I'm having a couple other medical things that are going on right now too. So,
Miss
oh
Taylor.
hey.
Thanks for
Welcome
saying
to the show, bud.
Mhm.
Yeah, so it's all the strange and weight gain. I've gained so much weight. I'm at the heaviest I've ever been, with the exception of right after I gave birth to Zane because I ate my way through that pregnancy. So I was like, I wanted protein. All I wanted to eat was meat, actually. But yeah, this is the heaviest I've been, and I
The antioxidant or anti-inflammatory diet will help with weight loss too, I would think, though, right?
because the same diets that I did before when I needed to drop are not working anymore.
Mm.
Yeah,
So
it
like
doesn't work.
nothing. Yeah, it's just totally out the window. And I'm like, I don't know what to do. And I keep saying, oh, I'm going to go on one of those GLP ones, but I don't really want to do that. Like I want to do
Yeah.
this myself. Like I did because I know I can. Because
Yeah. And so are you doing strength training right now by any chance?
I'm starting.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. I know
I
because I
am.
also I get it too. If like it, but I really think that it is so much more helpful than I ever thought. Because like we were raised, and I don't know if you agree with this or not, like that women don't lift weights, that you're gonna
Hmm.
bulk up and it's gonna be like not attractive and all those kind of like weird things that happen in the 90s. But when you actually lift weights, like you gain so much muscle that you feel so much stronger and the
Right.
weight redistributes better. Like I still have like the pooch in the front that I
Yeah.
hate, but it's less. And I feel
Okay.
like I have muscle underneath it at least that
Yeah.
it feels better. And so what I'm trying to do is like 3 strength trainings a week and then a couple of cardio.
Okay.
And so that ends up being 5 days a week, which is a lot. But
Yeah.
I also feel like I'd rather, like, it's that same thing. Like, I'd rather do that than go on, like, I haven't considered GLP-1s or anything yet. But, like, if
Mm.
you are wanting to do it that way, I think it's more in reach with strength training than I ever thought.
Yeah, I went back to spin recently. Well, of
Oh,
course,
so
since my
good.
husband's accident, my life has been a little
Yeah.
wackadoodle. But the spin classes I do, it's like it's actually hit on a bike, so there's a lot of strength
So good.
training in that, and they're super intense, 30 minutes.
Yeah.
I love these classes, and so I get it from that. But like free weights, right, or
You
like
got to
using
do the free weights
machine.
and you got to lift weights that are like heavy, like where you're just
Yeah.
crap. Like, I don't know if I can really do this. Like, and you work your way up and there's all these like, I mean, like Peloton has all these like trainings and things and people like that,
Hmm.
but it's, and there's stuff you can look up online, but I think it revolutionized it for me where I was just like, oh, I can lose weight and have the body that I was kind of looking for just through lifting weights, like rather than this like massive cardio that I think I need to have.
Right. Yeah.
So
I
I had to
I,
change
I
it.
need to do it. I'm there. And you know what? I don't know if you both have felt this too. I've always been really strong. I've always had like very natural muscular ability. I mean, I still have actually quite a bit of muscle definition, even considering I haven't been actively like working out or doing anything. But oh my God, do I feel the difference in my loss of muscle mass? It is
Oh,
like
You just got to start lifting, man.
it's crazy how obvious it is to me. Is it for both of you too? Have you felt that?
When I'm on the Peloton, I do five less than, don't tell anybody, but I do five less actually what they want you to do.
like weight
Yeah.
wise, like resistance
Weight
wise.
wise, resistance wise, and like weights. Like I'm always on the lighter side just in case.
Yeah.
But
That
Jannie, you
that
have that like
loss is
curiously
real.
strong thing. Like you
Sometimes.
maintain your muscles somehow. I don't know.
I
It's
don't
very
know, but
unfair.
some, I don't know.
I want you guys to know how unfair it is. She's like this very slender
Uh-huh.
Asian woman who like kind of works out when she feels like it, eats whatever she wants, and then gets like upset when her heart is like not feeling 100%. You're like, it's like, and you have it. you have it really good, Jannie. Like you have good genetics, but it's
I'm a
like,
little jealous. Add me to the list. I don't know. I don't have those
right?
genes.
I don't have it either.
Well, you
And it's
have
just like
that
I eat
natural
like
muscle
one thing,
structure.
it
I
goes
do.
right to my belly, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah,
Right?
Jannie, you're strong, but you don't work
I
out
am, but I
every
don't
day.
work out enough. I
Yeah.
should work out,
Who
but
does?
it's only because I have the back pain. So once the back pain
Mhm.
gets, I figure that out, I'll just do it with the chronic pain. I don't know.
Yeah, I hope you get some answers on that.
Mm,
Um, and if it's maybe maybe it's menopause, maybe it's not.
maybe, maybe it's menopause. You'll hear about it on our podcast live with Carrie and Jannie because we're
I
really,
know. I
Oh
gotta
yeah, you guys have a podcast. We need to
yeah,
pitch that.
we do. We gotta
that was
plug
the
it.
plug right there.
Our
What's it?
podcast is two moms talking, no script, no editing. So we go right in just like this and talk
All
we
right,
end up
fair.
talking a lot about perimenopause and AI.
Yeah.
Just robots.
It's a
Not
fun show.
What's it called again?
live with Carrie and Jannie.
All right.
Yeah. That's awesome. Yeah. Podcast people have to support podcast people.
Definitely. We'll give you guys a shout out on ours too, because we'll
Well,
talk about coming on here.
if
Oh,
you
awesome.
if you ever need a middle-aged cis white male to come on your podcast,
I
let me know.
mean,
He's like, I'm
that would probably
available.
diversify our podcast in a way.
Yeah, you got to expand your horizons as much as
I
possible.
mean, he's menopause man after all.
You know everything
I
about menopause
am.
pretty much
I
at this
think you
point.
guys should make that a thing, really.
We do. We need I think the uterus on the shirt's really the way to go with
I
the pink
agree.
cape.
I
I feel
absolutely
like
agree.
there are other men who I would buy that shirt for as a gift.
I
Yeah.
know.
We're on
Yeah.
to something.
Notice we got to do like the fake muscle shirt. Put it on. It looks like all muscles. You do that, but then you put the big Superman uterus thing in the middle.
I love it. We're
I
making
love
this happen.
I'll wear that on the podcast.
That would be great.
It
I
could
would be so.
be,
I'm
wait,
going to
it could
design
be in
that on
Superman
this print.
colors, and instead of an S, it is a uterus.
Oh my God,
Like
Yeah.
I love it.
people would wear
Design
that.
it, Jannie. Design it.
That's true. Like straight up, it's Superman, but it's a uterus instead of an S. That's actually probably the best idea we've had yet.
This is so happening. I love it. Oh my gosh. All right, listen.
But a pink cape instead of a red cape.
Yes, pink for sure. I'm just checking on time. I want to like make sure that we don't go too long because we could literally sit here forever and talk about this.
Oh, I
So,
know.
do either of you have anything you want to share that you haven't had an opportunity to vent, complain, whatever, share with the universe that is listening?
Lay it on us.
Hopefully, just like if your doctor's not prescribing it and you have symptoms, find a better doctor.
Hear
Agree.
ye, hear ye.
Yeah,
And it,
it's probably the biggest running theme on the podcast is people have to be their own doctor now, and you have to tell your doctor what you need.
Yeah. Advocate for yourself.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
taking control of that too, and not being afraid to do some research and figure out what works for you through some trial and error. Like I
Mhm.
think I know I was afraid. Like I was scared to kind of say like, should I try this or not? And now you heard my list of supplements, so now I am not. But also like so there's a fear that people have because of that study. That was a really bad study in the 90s, that one that made
Yes.
HRT so scary for everyone. That was like done on 60-year-old women who already had menopause, and like it was very flawed.
Hmm.
So there's a worry that people have that I just wanted to bring up, that you might get breast cancer by
Hmm.
using HRT, that it increases your chances for different types of cancers. And so in my family, we have a history just on my dad's side of breast cancer with his mother. So it flagged me like immediately in all my charts. So
Oh.
my OBGYN said we have the same doctor. So when she prescribed HRT for me, she said, you have to talk with your breast cancer doctor about like it's like breast cancer prevention doctor, I should say, about the risk. And I was like, cool, I'll talk to her about it. And so she said, like, she gave me a whole laundry list of like all the different reasons why HRT might be more risky for me to take. But she said the risks are still very low compared to
Mhm.
like, she said that the number one risk for breast cancer is alcohol. And so she's like, so you have to like weigh like,
Oh.
there are many different risk factors,
Hmm.
and we focus on one because of this bad study. So then I went to the breast cancer prevention doctor, and she said, your healthcare is yours to decide. She said, it is not up to me to tell you
Hmm.
whether you can take HRT or not. And I
Hmm.
just found that so refreshing and empowering. And
Yeah.
I thanked her because I thought she was going to say no, honestly. Like I thought she was going to be like, no, you can't take it. And she said, again, your risk factors are still pretty low and that you should take it with confidence and like feel good in your life. Because if you don't
Mhm.
feel good in your life, then what's the point anyway? You're just going to sit there being
Right.
unhappy and not feeling well, preventing breast cancer. That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. My mom had breast cancer, so I totally get it. And I'm like, give me the hormones.
I know the risk factors, it's there, but also the risk factors for like blood clots are also there,
Right.
and things like that. So we just have
Yeah.
to understand and make an educated decision.
Yeah. Yeah. Every choice that we make will have some kind of consequences. I mean, like
Yeah.
bariatric surgery, for example, one of like
Right.
the most common things that happens with that, you become an alcoholic, literally, because you can't process the alcohol anymore.
I've heard
This is a
that. Yeah.
common thing. Yeah. And bariatric surgeons know it too, but
Mm.
they still do it. I mean,
Yeah.
and the patient is advised, but no one's stopping you from getting bariatric surgery.
I know. I
So,
think people are afraid, like I think HRT was really scary for people to think like, well, women are just going to take this and like it's going to be okay.
mhm.
And the answer is like, yeah, we are.
Yeah, I'm a much more pleasant person than I was 2 years ago.
I mean,
There you
So,
same. Like
go.
I mean, when I was in my like down my spiral, I was not fun to be around.
mhm.
Yeah, life's no fun when you can't function.
Yeah,
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 so true.
When you can't do the things that, even just the basic things that you need and want to do, like
mhm,
life becomes miserable, man.
yeah. HRT saves lives.
Yeah.
It
It
does.
does. Save
Definitely.
mine,
Yeah.
100%.
Probably save Jake's too.
This is all
Husbands
questionable.
included. Yeah. Husbands and wives included.
All right.
Right. Spouses of all kinds. We don't know. We'll check back in a couple of years. We'll see
Yeah.
how he's doing.
We'll see how he's doing once he's walking right again.
Yeah, well, I don't know. He thinks we're going to do like misery on him though,
Ooh.
on his feet.
Should
Take the other one out. Why
I
not?
take a hammer to the other leg now?
Yeah.
No.
No, well, he thinks my mom's going to do it when he's sleeping.
Yikes.
She's not
Yeah.
that mean. I don't know, but if he keeps asking for his ice cold Coke, she might.
Not sponsored by Coke.
I just feel like the ice cold Coke, like the marketing worked on him. Like who says ice cold Coke?
He literally says
It's like
that.
all one word.
It's hilarious. I'm
Ice
just
cold
like,
Coke.
yes, I know that's what you want. No, it's like, like my menopause rage is coming out right now. If you ask me for that drink one more time.
It's because he's hooked on sugar.
He is. He is actually becoming. I told him, I
Which
said,
is better than opiates.
I told him, I said, you're going into your accident. Sorry to like totally digress from what we're here to talk about, but yeah, I said you're going into your accident like with broken limbs. I go, but you're going to come out with diabetes.
Oh my
So
God. Oh
because
my
he's
God.
eating so
So
much
much
sugar.
sugar.
Because what do you do when you feel bad? You
Mhm.
eat things that you shouldn't, right? That make you feel good.
Yeah.
Which I mean,
Just constant dessert.
100% we do that as women, right? Like before our periods, what do we want to do? We want to eat like crap, right? Like you crave stuff that you probably shouldn't be eating. So I feel like he's in that phase. And I'm like, well, I lived like that for a couple of years,
Be all
Yeah.
right.
and once a month for a good part of my life. Although I don't get periods anymore. So like I actually already, sorry about the menopause stuff. It's been kind of all over the place. I went 10 months and I thought, oh yes, I'm gonna hit the pause finally. I hit the 12-month mark and then 10 months. I was like, damn it,
Oh,
start over. But
Right
guess
back.
what? I'm almost at 10 months again. So
wow.
All
I'm
right.
crossing my fingers that maybe I'm
Yeah.
gonna pass over the menopausal bridge
Not
Oh
be Perry
man.
anymore.
and
I
not be
can't
Perry. I'll
wait.
be officially in menopause. I'm like, shit, I've been in this for long enough. Like, come on. Like,
Yeah, let's do it.
time's a
Yeah.
wasting. I'm done. So,
I feel like we're going to have to check back again once we're all in the pause, like
Oh,
literally
there
in
you
the
go.
pause.
yeah, we'll be in our
Yeah.
Golden Girls era.
It's a good thought.
Yeah.
Right.
We'll get
No wonder
all
they
the
all live
roundtable
together.
participants together once everybody's full on paused.
Yeah, that's what I want to do. I just want to live
Great,
with all
yeah.
my girls.
That'll be a hell of a day for me.
Well, this has been awesome and fun.
So
And
fun.
I've loved talking to the both of you. And Jannie and I had our little high school reunion, which is cool. 30 years ago.
Wow.
I know. That's when you know you're old.
Yeah. Well, thanks so much for having us. It's been so fun talking with you guys.
Yeah, you
Yeah, thank you
too.
guys. Thank you for
Yeah,
doing
thank
this.
you.
It's important to talk about.
For
I think
sure.
so
Keep spreading
too.
the word.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're a platform. There's a lot of podcasts like, but they're all like celebrities that will talk about menopause and stuff. And I'm like, that's cool. But like, what about us like real people who don't have $30 million and, personal chefs and, personal doctors and access to all these things? Because I think their reality is very different than like the average woman. So, and
So
even,
agree.
and even us, I mean, we're kind of privileged, right?
Definitely.
We're,
Highly.
I mean, so
There's a lot of layers to that.
yeah, there really is. And so, and access, right? Like, I mean, you said in the beginning, somebody said something about going to the doctor and you can't even get in until December.
Right.
We're educated women, right? We're educated people. Like we can navigate. Like, what about women that don't have those kinds of needs? So I feel pretty lucky, quite honestly. But anyway, I just wanted to throw that out there because I think it's cool. I love it that, absolutely celebrities, you've got a platform. You've got a following, use your voice, but also I like these conversations, which is why we keep doing it here.
Yeah, and the celebrity thing, even if they are living in a different world, that them talking about it gets other people talking
Yeah.
about it. That's really kind
It's
of
true.
the
Yeah.
Let's normalize menopause.
yeah.
Normalize it all.
Yeah.
Normalizing.
Yeah, I mean, we got to stop. Men are literally like afraid of talking about women's physiology.
Right.
Like guys cringe at the word vagina. Like we got to get over that, man. We
Yeah.
really got to get
I
over
feel like it's
that.
happening. It's happening with some men. It's just, it's just gonna take
Yeah.
a while for the rest of them.
And yeah, like you give up the fear,
Well,
give up the fear and the bias and stuff. It's amazing how interesting women's health is, honestly. I've been hosting this podcast for almost a year now with Heather.
It's nice.
And oh my God, like sometimes creepy, I'm not gonna lie. But the things that women's bodies do, it's like the whole thing, series Chill, it will always forever be in my head. The whole breast milk getting real-time updates from the mom smelling the baby.
that was another
Unbelievable.
show.
Like
recent
some of
show.
the things that
Right?
women's bodies do are just absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
And we have to stop being judgmental about it and just take it for the coolness that it is.
Yeah. Look at
I
you.
love that.
You're like a slogan. You are menopause man.
Dun
Mhm.
dun dun. I'm ready.
Love
Get me
it.
the uniform, man. I will be an advocate.
Make
I
it.
will. Because it's
Can't wait.
nonsense that half the people on the planet can't get proper health care because we don't even know.
Yeah.
This is the 21st goddamn century, man.
No.
That's
Come
right.
on.
Let's
I know society's crumbling around us, but we can still do better.
We're gonna take our health care back.
At
Damn
least
it.
something. Can we do something better? Let's do something better because everything else is getting worse, you know?
I think
Exactly.
we're doing it already.
We're here for it. Well, cool. Well, thank you both. This has been great. I've had so much fun.
Thanks again.
And we got some good PSAs out of this too.
There you go.
Sure do.
I
Awesome.
love it.
I'll cut my little rant for a soundbite later.
There you go.
There you go.
Well,
Thanks for joining us on the Healthcare Uprising. Make sure to hit those like and subscribe buttons before you go and take a moment to think of a friend and hit that share button. You can find us on all the major audio platforms, and we've got video on YouTube and Patreon, patreon.com/healthcareuprising, if you want to watch us in action.
you can also find us on social media on LinkedIn, Blue Sky, Instagram, and Facebook. Just search Healthcare Uprising to find us. And if you're a new company or a creator with a cool new product for the healthcare space, or if you're someone with a personal healthcare journey and you'd like to share it with us here at The Uprising, please email us at healthcareuprising@gmail.com and we'll get back to you about coming on the show. That's all for this dose of Healthcare Uprising. Till the next time, keep looking for the good in the world, because sometimes it's where you least expect it.
This has been a Shut Up production.